Hello everyone, this is Terry with Tullen's Place Designs. Today I am here to show you the final flip through of my Roaring Twenties journal for hashtag JJ Madness. Our host is I Totally Love It, who is Susan. Susan's co-host is Steph Design Space. And I will have both their channels linked below in the description box. And as I mentioned, the theme was Roaring Twenties, and I hopped on the boat a little bit late, but I did show you the items that I was going to be putting in. I'm trying to make this out just a little bit more so you can see things better. Sorry about that. I had to adjust it because the way I had earlier wasn't working. Now what I had to do, because it was kind of, as you can see, it's a little bit on the thick side, I just made a simple belly band and put the front Roaring Twenties, did a little bit of the art. This is not really Art Deco. I mimicked it to the best of my ability. These little flowers we know are not, but Art Deco was the sign of the times for decorating back then. And it became black and white because my print, I did create a Fabrica, and they were colored images. But for some reason, my printer would put streaks through it. And the cartridges are full, except for fuchsia. It's just a little bit in there. It's enough to do fuchsia, but these were not any colored images. Well, the other ones were, but they were mainly like white, black, maybe some beige, but not really colorful, but whatever. So here we have some book pages and then the dotted page to write on. And I secured it all down with some washi tape piano design. This is deli paper, and I made a corner tuck. Oh, that's the other thing we were supposed to, when Susan rolled the die, 7 materials, like a guest check, and 6 items to make tags, like tags. So what I did for the 7 materials, I used deli paper. I did book page. Oh, I have deli paper twice, so I'm missing one. Envelope, sheet music, glassine item, some digitals. Uh-oh. I'm a little late to try to fix that, huh? And then the items that I made, we had to make 6. I did some tags. I did side tucks, corner huggers, journal cards, belly bands, and tag with a pocket. So here's the journal, one of the journaling cards. And this one, I didn't put the white on the back so you can write. I'll have to do that. Wow. How célèbre. I made these small advertisements and used them as pockets. See, I did do some. So it's pretty thick, and you saw these little line stickers. I got those actually from a friend in the UK, probably back in 2017. She sent me like a whole book. And then I fussy cut these little images that I got from Google. And so you'll see the same thing throughout, where there's an open page. And then I just decorated these book pages. And the book was a book I bought from the Dollar Tree. And then I made these words using Broadway font. So it looked Art Deco-ish. Made pockets of some of the images. And then it just continues like that. And little side tucks. This Wrigley's gum got me. I had to make some smaller tags to go in because I did run out of the bigger tags that I had made. Can't forget about women's suffrage. We got the vote. And these, back in the 20s, the ladies were flappers because they danced. They did the Charleston. And the dress, I think, if I remember, the dresses had changed. You know, before it was the bustle and corsets and all of that. So 1920s dresses came up the hems came up rather, and looser dresses where, like, you could see this, and this allowed them to be flapping about. And because the dress has a fringe, here's one that I didn't do my stickles on. I really hate that when that happens, when I am showing it and then see that things I didn't do. Oh, and now this is trying to come up. Well, this is a pocket I made, and the glue is not sticking to it. Is it not enough glue? I'll fix it off camera. I'm telling you, this is a receipt that I learned to make from Penny. Penny's crafting. I can't think of it, but Penny is so talented. She can do so much with ink. You would just be amazed. Very good to learn from. And I did, and she shows you how you can. I don't know how mine. I did it with the heat. You can see the heated part, and the rest is just I did ink dauber. I was gonna do a bunch of the letters with and then pen, but yeah, that wasn't too thrilling for me, so I changed my mind on that part. And then here's one of the guys. As you can see, they dressed up when they went out. It's not like I haven't gone out to dance, but I know people don't dance in suits unless it's a formal affair, which is a shame because I love to see people dressed up. And same here, I need to do some stickles. Put a Ford car because automobiles were the thing. Henry Ford was putting them out there for y'all. And then here they are dancing. There was a little film strip. Here's another. Wow. I guess I didn't realize I had to finish stuff. I love the pages that flip and give you more room for decorations or journaling. So that worked out for me this way. Then Prohibition was one of the things happening back then. Yeah, I didn't do anything on that one. Here's my little envelope. It has a little thing you could write in here. And it's a corner tuck. Nope. Whew, I got some stickling to do. Here's another receipt pocket. Thank goodness it stayed. Yeah, we got to do some stickling here, okay? And then I did do a pocket here because this page was pretty blank. It's a seed pocket. This one, I duplicated the images, and turned some of them a different direction so I could use them. I guess those were the ones I didn't realize I didn't have stickles on. So I'll have to go back and stickle it up. And Jello, even to this day, Jello stays. That's what I like. Some of the, her too. One of them I did do. Oh man, this really is. She didn't have much to stickle on anyway. And here's a little one. This is so funny. I had to put in here, how's your breath today? And it's Listerine, the mouthwash. Hilarious, isn't it? Like that was the ad. And then here's the Prohibition thing again with what I felt were some of the gangsters, And then in Harlem, the Renaissance was happening. Lots of people went to Harlem to go to these speakeasies and jam at the Cotton Club. So this was a magazine called The Flapper. And that's what a flapper basically looked like. She had on a necklace, which this one I did do. I don't know if it showed it, because I can't tell in the camera. And I'm not going to keep showing it. But here's some more deli paper it's at a glassine envelope. And then you could just write something here. And then the Gatsby really shows off the 20s movie and book. I think the book was by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And then I did some little bitty pockets with some music paper I was trying to make something else with, and it didn't turn out. Here we go. So here's more dazzling stickles because of the jewelry. I wanted it to kind of stand out. Here is Life magazine. Someone did a drawing of the flapper age because it was so big back then. Belly band, that was one of the receipts. I could have at least done some stickles on here. Wow, I got more work to do. So it's my final flip through, but it's not me finished. Yeah, these are all cut out. And I thought this would be cute. Ain't she sweet? Part of my cutouts from a book that I bought that I thought would have these already cut out, and they don't. You have to fussy cut. So I remember this commercial. So back then it was I'd walk them off for a camel. When I was a kid, that same commercial, our tagline, I'd walk them off for a camel. Yes. Oops, he's not going to sparkle. She should. Oh, good. I felt it. I felt the stickles. There we go. Yeah, I saw some. And then Palmolive, which is funny because back then it was a perfume. And here I use it to wash dishes. Let's speed it up, Terry, because it's after 11 minutes. So I just added. Now this, I think, was peanut butter. Yeah, some peanut butter. Little kid in a sailor suit. And yeah, these guys do sparkle. And here, I stenciled on that. Oops, you can't see. I stenciled on the receipt. And it, you know what? It went right through to the other side. But it did turn out cute. I need to do some more stickling. And I should have made a wider pocket for it to stay in. And I put the feds here. I think they called them G-Men, right? But they kind of look like the mob too. And here's the last page. Here's a little flapper. Now on these pieces, I didn't do anything. Here's a washing machine. And I'm going to tell you, when I was a kid, my mother had one of these because she let us, and I was young then, she let me put it in, but I had to watch my fingers or it'll snatch it. But that's my Roaring Twenties. Susan, thank you so much for having this collab. I really enjoyed it. I hope you all would get a chance to go see what the other ladies have made. I've seen some really cute journals, and I mean, I love it when people just use their imagination and make some fun stuff. This was great. Thank you all for staying with me for this long. And please let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.